Good morning, class. Today we are going to discuss about your chapter number 2, that is food. And in this lecture, we are going to discuss about your whole chapter in brief. So, first of all, what is food and why do we need it? Food is basically the things you eat, like for example, apple, papaya, chapati, dal, roti. Everything you eat, that is your food. Why do we eat food? We eat food so that we can live, we can grow, our body must be healthy. That's why we eat food. Now, there must be something in the food that helps our body to grow, that helps us to live, that makes our body healthy. What are those? There are some essential substances which are present in the food which helps us to grow, to live and to make us healthy. Those essential substances are nutrients. Now, there are five main type of nutrients that are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Now we are going to discuss about what are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. First one is your carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy that we eat. We get most of the energy from the carbohydrates. Now, what are the rich sources of carbohydrates? Basically, your chapati. Chapati is good source of carbohydrates. Fruits and vegetables, wheat, barley, maize. All these are rich food which have carbohydrates. There are two types of carbohydrates, that is sugar and starch. Fruits are sweet, right? Fruits contain sugar. Sugar is easily digestible by our body. Second one is starch. In earlier lectures, we have discussed that plants store their food in the form of starch. So, basically, fruits and vegetables also contain starch. For example, potato, brinjal, every vegetable contains starch. Starch is not easily digested. It takes time to get digested by our body. So, in carbohydrates is the main source of energy. There are two types of carbohydrates, that is sugar and starch. Sugar is easily digestible and it is present in fruits and vegetables. Starch is not easily digestible, it is present in vegetables. For example, potato, brinjal, all these starches present. Next one is your proteins. Proteins helps our body to grow. You must have seen bodybuilders, right? Bodybuilders have a specific diet so that they can grow their muscles. Their muscles are very strong, they have very large muscles, right? So, what do they eat? They eat eggs, chicken, milk, all these are included into their diet. Their diet contains all the chicken, milk, eggs, all of these. Now, why do they eat egg, milk and chicken only? Because egg, milk, chicken, all these are rich sources of protein. And protein helps our body to grow. It helps in making our muscles stronger. It also helps in healing our wound and damaged parts of the body. Next one is fats. For example, milk, nuts, butter, all these contain fats. Now, why do we need fats? See, fats are also a source of energy. They provide us energy in very high amount. That's why we are always told that we should take fats in very small amount. Because if we take fats in large amount, there will be this unwelcome medical condition, that is obesity. A person will suffer obesity. For example, your junk food, pizza, burger, all these are fried food, right? They are fried in the oil and they contain cheese. All these have fats into them, which are very harmful for our body if we take it in an excess amount. So that's why we are always told that we should take fats in very small amounts. Next one is vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals keeps our body healthy and they help in making our body fighting from the diseases. So vitamins and minerals are present in fruits and vegetables. There are four main type of vitamins that we are going to discuss, that are vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and Vitamin A. Vitamin A helps in making our skin healthy and it is really good for our eyes. It is present in spinach, carrot, potato, pumpkin, papaya and tomato also. Now, there are some diseases which are caused due to the deficiency of vitamin A. First of all, what is deficiency basically? Whenever our body does not get sufficient amount of vitamin A, whenever there is a less supply of vitamin into our body suffers from some diseases. Those are called deficiency diseases. So whenever there is this deficiency of vitamin A, basically vitamin A is not in proper amount in our body. Our body suffers from a disease that called night blindness. Next one is vitamin B. Vitamin B is present in milk, eggs, fishes, and it is really good for our nerves and working of muscles. Whenever there is deficiency of vitamin B, it causes beriberi, in which our body suffers from less working of the nerves and less working of the muscles. Our nerves and muscles do not work properly. Next one is vitamin C. Vitamin C is present in citrus fruit, for example, lemon, orange, pomegranate, avocados. In all these, vitamin C is present. It is really good for our gums, teeth, and bones. Now, whenever there is this deficiency of vitamin C, it causes scurvy, in which gums start bleeding and our bones become weaker. Our teeth and bones become weaker. Next one is vitamin D. Vitamin D is also called as sunshine vitamin. Why it is called as sunshine vitamin? Because vitamin D is made into our body whenever our body is exposed to sunlight. Now, vitamin D rich sources of food are salmon, tuna, egg, fortified milk. All these contain vitamin D. Whenever there is deficiency of vitamin D, it causes rickets. It helps in making our bones and teeth strong. Minerals. Minerals are very important for our body. They are present in fruits and vegetables. They help in making our body healthy and help us in fighting diseases. Now, the next is basically there are three important minerals that are calcium, iron and iodine. First one is calcium. Calcium is present in milk and grams and pulses also. Now, why it is important for our body? It is important for our body because it helps in making our body strong, in making our bones stronger. There are also some diseases associated with the deficiency of minerals. Now, what are those diseases? Deficiency of calcium causes brittle bones. Calcium causes brittle bones. What happens in the brittle bones? In brittle bones, what happens is basically the bones become weaker, the bones become strong, and the person is more prone to breaking his or her bones whenever there is this deficiency of calcium. Next one is iron. Iron is present in your blood. It is very important because it helps in the formation of red blood cells and also in the formation of hemoglobin. Now, first of all, what is hemoglobin basically? Hemoglobin, your blood is red in color. It is because of the presence of iron and hemoglobin into your blood. Now, how does hemoglobin help our body? You take oxygen. Oxygen is very important for your survival, right? So, how does that oxygen which you take from the atmosphere goes into your body, to every cell of your body? It happens because of the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin helps in carrying oxygen from your heart to every cells, from your lungs to every cells of your body. So iron is very important for your survival. Now what happens whenever there is this deficiency of iron? You must have heard that some people are pale in color, right? They get very tired easily. That means the person is suffering from anemia. In which the person is very pale and gets very tired easily. Next one is iodine. You must have heard about the Tata salt and now Tata salt add, what does it claim? It claims that the salt is rich in iodine. Now why iodine is required? Iodine makes our body healthy. Whenever a person is suffering from the deficiency of iodine, it causes goiter. In goiter, this area is completely swelled up. The throat is completely swelled up. That means that person is suffering from goiter. Next one is water and roughage. Now water and roughage. You must have heard that your parents are saying drink your water properly because you need to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. Why is that necessary? Because water keeps your body hydrated, right? Also it gives you energy. The main important thing is water helps us in removing the waste materials from our body in the form of sweat and urine. You must have seen that while working there is sweat coming out. What is that sweat? That is your body's waste material. That is the way of your body secreting the waste material out from your body. So water helps in digestion of the food also, but also the main important function is to get rid of waste material from your body in the form of sweat and urine. Now roughage. How does roughage help our body? First of all, what is roughage? Roughage is a dietary fiber which is present in your salad, fruits, vegetables, see dalia also. Dalia is a good source of roughage. Now why roughage is necessary? Roughage helps in removing the waste material from your body and it also helps in the easier movement of food into your digestive tract. Whenever you do not get roughage properly, what happens is your body gets constipated. You feel constipated. So that's why roughage is very important so that your food, the undigested food can be removed properly from your body. So we have done your carbohydrates, protein, fats. Now we have also done that we have to take carbohydrates in large amount, smaller amount. Proteins, how do we take? How much water we have to take, how much roughage we have to take. But why do we have to take all these? We have to take all these nutrients from the proper functioning of our body. Whenever there is less amount of these nutrients into our body suffers from diseases. So these carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are divided into different food groups. What are these food groups basically? These food groups are energy giving, bodybuilding and protective food groups. Now energy giving. See, we have discussed that carbohydrates are the main source of energy. Also we are getting energy from the fats. So carbohydrates and fats are energy giving food. Those foods which provide us energy are called energy giving foods. Next one is bodybuilding. We have discussed that protein helps in making your body and in making your muscles, right? So those foods which help us in building our body, in making our body grow, are called bodybuilding food. For example, proteins. Next one is protective food. Now those foods which helps in making our body healthy and in making your body fighting from the diseases. Those are called protective food. Basically they are protecting your body. For example, vitamins and minerals. So energy giving foods are carbohydrates and fats. Bodybuilding foods are proteins, and protective foods are vitamins and minerals. Now next one is your how much amount do we take of these foods? See, we require energy a lot. So we need to take carbohydrates in larger amount. And we require fats in very less amount. So to get the amount, to get a proper amount of these nutrients, what we do is basically there is this pyramid which helps us in telling how much carbohydrate is required by our body. This is your food pyramid which will help us in knowing that how much amount of food we require for a healthy diet, for a balanced diet. Now what is a balanced diet? Basically, balanced diet is that diet which is required our body, in which all the nutrients are in proper amount that our body needs. So first one is carbohydrates. This first stage is carbohydrates, in which carbohydrates is required by our body in larger amount. Because see, carbohydrates helps in giving energy. Our body does a lot of work. For example, you play, you study, you eat, you sleep, your body gets digestion, circulation of blood, breathing also. So all these processes need energy, and where we are getting energy from the carbohydrate. Next one is vitamins and minerals. Our body requires vitamins and minerals so that our body becomes healthy, and it also becomes what basically protected from the diseases. So vitamins and minerals is the next one. After carbohydrates, we require vitamins and minerals in larger amount. Next one is proteins. Proteins helps in building our body. You need to grow also. So next one is proteins. And afterwards, the last one is fats, because we need fats in very less amount. We should consume fats in very less amounts. So with this, we can make a balanced diet in which all the nutrients are proper, and it will help us in making a balanced diet. Okay class, this will be all for today. Thank you for listening.